Unlock some more cosmetics this week from the Galagio rewards. We got a bunch of stuff to get into. WoW add-ons. Yes, they will be a thing of the past, and Blizzard released another statement regarding how they are going to eliminate add-ons from the game. We also have some official previews of things to come, Dastardly Duos information. Let's just jump straight into it. Here we go. This week, you unlock your rank 15 of your loyalty Galagio loyalty rewards renown system. If you have in fact been keeping up with this thing, you can also kind of catch up with it if you haven't been. Just kill a bunch of bosses, run through LFR, normal, heroic, and you'll catch up pretty quickly on this. But this week, if you've been caught up, you will get your another chip service. Yes, your counterfeit chip dealer. You'll be able to, again, get some more cosmetics and things. Also this week, you'll get the cash out buff, which will start having the one-armed bandit drop a few other things here. What's he going to be dropping? The renown track is currently actually specific for Mr. One-Armed Bandit. He'll be dropping, what is this? A chance for more loot. Okay, yeah, so there you go. One-Armed Bandit giving you more loot. And, of course, your little Cartel's chip, or counterfeit chip if you want that. Besides that, we got hotfixes coming in hot and fast. A few little things that happened here, including horrific vision changes and Gallywix getting nerfed a bit again on Mythic. Dark Flame Cleft, they fixed an issue with some stuff that followed through the ground. Updating ranks for the Overseer Wild Wallop to match with the actual impact area. We, as I said, Chrome King Gallywix increased the lifetime of Gigabombs in Mythic difficulty. So there you go, Mythic difficulty by 30 seconds. Horrific Visions. Nemesis Shards are now warbound and will be mailed to you as well if you miss looting them in your run. So that's pretty good. Performing a full clear now also grants you incremental progress. Fixed a bug where some very rare cases players would receive corrupted mementos instead of displaced corrupted mementos. Yeah, I mean, so many currencies, even the game itself is getting confused at this point. And then rewards. Rune Dispenser should now dispense the correct and intended crystallized augmented runes based on the Galagio reward track's ranks. So there you go. Sam, get AOTC for you. I'll give AOTC to everybody. All the people can get AOTC. I'll carry everybody. Don't worry about it. A second puzzling cartel chip should be available. Cartel chip item should be available, which means you should be getting your third cartel chip this week, allowing you to purchase your second best-in-slot item, whatever you want to purchase with it. You can go ahead and do that if you've been keeping up with it. Now, just remember, if you missed a week, there are no catch-up mechanics for this. That's a big deal. If you, in fact, did it but didn't turn it in, there are no catch-up mechanics for that either. So you're kind of out of luck with this. Puzzling cartel chips, controversial thing because there are no catch-up mechanics for it. But I've been keeping up with it. I should be able to get my second item this week, as have many of you here in the stream. Okay, here it is. The big thing about add-ons. So Blizzard, through the, I guess there's some kind of add-on or Warcraft UI Discord. So the Warcraft UI Dev Discord released a statement about the coming changes with add-ons, and we have a little summary here of the big statement. The big statement itself is down here. If you want to read through the entirety of it, it'll be linked below the video. But here we go. Here's a quick summary. No target date for the changes, but there will be several months advance notice before the time comes. They will give add-on devs as much time as possible to test changes, report issues, and provide feedback. So, I mean, basically, we're not going to get surprised by any of this. It should be on the PTR months in advance, and we'll get months in advance notice of things that are happening with add-ons and add-ons that are going to be removed. There is no intent to ban add-ons outright. That's fine. They're not going to ban people or ban add-ons, but they're going to make a lot of add-ons dysfunctional, right? They're not going to work anymore because they're going to limit the add-ons' ability to access data from WoW. So a lot of these add-ons, while not banned, will no longer be functional. They aim to minimize the impact on accessibility add-ons and such as much as possible. There will be a number of significant updates and additions to UI, including built-in damage meter, nameplates, and improvements, and a good portion of the most important combat information add-ons that currently provide. So, wow, damage meters and nameplates. I mean, I will personally, you guys know I'm not a fan of add-ons. I will get rid of damage meters, and I will get rid of plater if these things are actually good. I personally think the game is in a better spot with less add-ons, and I'm willing to drop them all if Blizzard implements them correctly. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh, you trust Blizzard to get this shit in properly. You know what? I mean, we're kind of jumping off a cliff with them at this point because we're not going to have a choice with a lot of this stuff. I don't know if the old damage meter add-on is going to work anymore if Blizzard doesn't allow it to access in-game data. So we might not have a choice when it comes to damage meters and things like nameplates and stuff like that. We'll see, but hopefully they're taking notes. They understand what players like about plater and damage meters and things like that, and will get them correctly implemented into the game. Most of this functionality should ship at the same time as add-on restrictions, if not sooner. So they're not going to ban add-ons before they add them into the game for you to have. So we're never going to have a period where we just don't have damage meters at all in the game. It's kind of what they're saying here. Also, by the way, if Blizzard's running damage meters, we probably won't have an issue anymore where like something like Augmentation Evoker shows up and can't be properly tracked by the damage meter because Blizzard is themselves controlling all that stuff. So we shouldn't have like as many issues anymore when it comes to tracking damage properly. We'll see how it all works out. For Mythic rating is becoming increasingly reliant on add-ons, but these changes are not being made specifically because of the Race to World First Guild, so they want to assure us that this is not a 1%er issue that they're trying to address. This is an everybody issue. Definitely getting ripped off. Yeah, I don't know about buying gold. That's kind of, whoa. Add-ons are currently being used to analyze and solve combat and coordination mechanics better and faster than unassisted players, resulting in a major disadvantage and exclusion for players unwilling to install, set up, or maintain them. I mean, yeah, how many times does a new guy come into the game and you tell him, you can't raid without this add-on? You can't do this fight without this add-on. That's a ridiculous thing, and it's a barrier to entry in the game, so I'd be fine with this. Blizzard's intent is to level the playing field and make the game more approachable for all players by reining in these capabilities while building up baseline functionality of the default UI. I don't have any problems with that. As I've said before, new players and old players, players returning, players coming back, old players, new players coming into the game for the first time, the add-on thing, the add-on issue, explaining to somebody how to download an add-on to play the game properly is not a good thing for the game. So yes, it would be a leveling of the playing field, most definitely. There will be substantial changes to combat and encounter design to accompany these add-ons. So they're saying that boss encounters are not going to require add-ons. They want to design them so they don't require add-ons. They should be better designed and allow us to actually do the stuff, and everything should be alerted to us in the game without the requirement of a deadly boss mod or some kind of other add-on calling shit out for us. We should have everything we need in the game to properly do a boss fight. So hopefully that's what they're going to do, and hopefully that's what they go through with. They want WoW to remain challenging, but less about managing the subtitties of class mechanics, and more about communication with players and interaction with encounters. So they don't want it to be more, they don't want the nuances of all these fights to become such an issue that you need an add-on to deal with it, right? They want class mechanics, class functionality, and everything else to just interact well with the encounter. Everything makes sense. Everything's intuitive. Yeah, okay, it makes sense to put a lock gate from here to here to avoid a mechanic. Everyone jumps in and does it without the requirement for a call-out that the thing is about to hit the ground and everyone's going to explode, right? It should just be intuitively known that it's going to happen. Right now, like with the, for example, the Galliwix fight, right? The bombs come out, right? And they drop somewhere. There is no indication on the screen of where the hell those bombs are unless you're like visually just looking around. Right now I have an add-on that kind of like, puts a little pop-up above them. We need something like that. Visually, things should be more intuitive in the game. Shouldn't require an add-on to be able to do it. And with everything going on in the game, all the spell mechanics and spell effects and everything else, sometimes it is hard to see things. So Blizzard needs to keep all that in mind if they are in fact going to get rid of add-ons. Overall, I'm a fan of this. I know some people really hate it. I know some people are upset about losing their favorite add-ons, but to me, I think if you're going to get the add-on in the game, integrate it into the game. Built by Blizzard for World of Warcraft, less issues. Hopefully, Blizzard has their own issues with implementing their own patches, so we'll see. But overall, I think this is a good change and a healthy change for the game. We'll see how good all this turns out. Blizzard officially released Dastardly Duos. If you weren't aware of that, Dastardly Duos dropped yesterday. This is a fun little, single-player to 5-player thing that you can run through, kill old bosses, and then rank up in the ranking system. Today, I'll be number 1 for sure. I'm going to hit the top ranks, and then we'll see where it plays out from there, whether or not I keep myself at the top the entire season or not. But this starts here. You steel your nerves and begin your adventure by visiting the event hub located in Stormwind, Orgrimmar, or Dornogal. Queue up through Zegi Moru and prepare for intense matches against pairs of legendary bosses. So there you go. You queue up for this thing. There are 4 available bosses for week 1, with more joining the madness each week, culminating in a full roster of 10 chaotic boss encounters before the event ends, with new bosses being added to the pool for endless possibilities. Okay. The more bosses means more points. More points means you earn in combat. The higher your chances are of taking your place at the podium. No matter where you place the prize chest at the end of Dastardly Duos match that at the end of the match is yours and contains Warbound veteran track gear and other rewards to go alongside your bragging rights. So for most of us, the rewards from this system are kind of, they're not going to be anything upgradable for us. Maybe if you have some alts, this will help you out, but mostly people are going to be going for the cosmetic items, the mount, and the pet. I'll show you those in a couple seconds here. For Vinny Sweets, the quest roughhousing rewards. So each week during the event, Vinny will dole out fresh quests, starting with Who Are Dastardly Duos. And for Sweet Dastardly prize purse containing champion track gear and a Dastardly banner toy. New rewards are available each week. Continue earning the purse and new loot upon completion of the latest weeks. And you get you like the illustrious winners podium, which is a really cool toy. It's a podium that you and your buddies can stand on whenever you put it down. The mean ball bag, and you can even ride atop the Tyrannosaurus treat mount. Yes, I'll show you guys those in a second. They're right here, actually. Before you join battle, you can buff up. So there's a bunch of weird potions that you can drink to buff yourself up and certain statistics and stuff. I think you can only pick one for each match, so picking the right one for your class, hey, might be a thing. Generating 600% threat. Damn, that might be good if you're running in a group or something. That's pretty wild. I wish Blizzard would just implement that as a change in the game so tanks could actually hold threat for once. Up the ante, intensify the fight. You can add in different affixes to the fights as well to make them a little bit more difficult. Overall, the rewards from this thing, as I said, the podium, this is going to be a really cool one for people to get. Obviously, you can drop it. I'd love to get this for our transmog comps. Like, if I can get this just so our people who win the transmog comp, first, second, and third, can stand on it at the end of them, that'd be really cool to me. The spicy mean ball pet. Yeah, this is cool. Kind of reminds me of the Warlords of Draenor ball. Remember from the cinematic? And then finally, this is one people are going to want, the Tyrannosaurus mount, right? It's an albino turtle. Yeah, an albino turtle with a spiky ball tail. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So cool stuff to be gotten. A bunch of other cosmetic stuff as well, transmog and things like that. A nice little event to kind of hold us over until June 17th, which will see the launch of 11.1.7. For today, that is all in terms of news.